They never tell you what Krishna did when his own clan became a curse. It wasn't an enemy's army that frightened Dwarka. It was silence. The kind of silence that comes after too much pride, too much celebration, too much "we can't" fall. Krishna's city glittered like a second sky on earth, palaces rising from the sea, streets that smelled of sandalwood and salt. The Yadavas thought they were untouchable because Krishna was among them. And that was the scandal. They began acting like Krishna's presence was a license. They mocked sages. They played with holy things like toys. They laughed like consequences were for other people. And a curse arrived, sharp, public, humiliating. Not a curse from some obscure villain, a curse triggered by arrogance. The words landed like stones. The Yadava line would destroy itself. Here's the taboo part. Krishna didn't cancel it. He didn't override it. He let it stand. Because sometimes, Dharma is not saving your people from the result. It's letting the result cleanse what has rotted. Time moved like a tightening noose. And then the day came when the impossible happened. The greatest warriors of Dwarka turned on each other with no outsider to blame. They fought not with grand weapons, but with reeds. Yes, reeds from the shore, because fate doesn't need steel when ego is sharp enough. Brothers became executioners, uncles became enemies, laughter became screaming. Krishna watched, not because he was powerless, but because this was the ending the Yadavas had earned. And that is the uncomfortable truth people avoid. Sometimes the Lord does not intervene to preserve your pride. When the slaughter ended, the ocean wind carried one final insult: emptiness. Dwarka's lamps still burned, but the hands that lit them were gone. And then came the spectacle. Krishna walked to the shore. He sat beneath the open sky as if waiting for a final chapter to arrive. The sea behind him began to rise, slowly, impossibly, as though it recognized its owner. At the peak, the impossible visual. The ocean itself climbed onto land in towering walls, swallowing Dwarka's golden streets without a scream, without a crack, like a curtain being drawn over a stage. A city disappeared into water as if it had never existed. And Krishna, he stayed. One hunter, mistaking his foot for a deer, released an arrow, a small arrow, a human mistake, and it struck. Controversial? Yes. Because people want Krishna as only the playful flute, the smiling savior. But here is Krishna choosing closure, letting karma complete its circle, letting even his own story be sealed. He didn't die like a helpless man. He departed like a master ending a play, when the lesson had been delivered and the actors had exhausted their pride. So if you ever feel betrayed by, "Why didn't God stop it?" remember Dwarka. Sometimes the divine mercy is not rescue. Sometimes it is a clean ending, so a new world can begin.